Start every video with a smile. Why do I do that every time? Because smiling, someone says, man, just, it's an inner blessing. It's like your heart feels it. It's a magnification. And I'm always thankful, and I'm always showing gratitude. And gratitude is more than just being thankful. Gratitude is sharing things. Being willing to help the righteous. And I have to say that the righteous. Energy vampires, better get away from them as quick as you can. They absorb your energy and they do not give back. And what I mean by that is, I have a friend, multiple friends. They have friends around them that drain them, that drinks of their energy. And then they'll get around me, and then the conversation will start out somewhat positive. But there's trigger words, you know, hood, the N word, or dangerous people, or dangerous neighborhoods, bad food. There's these trigger words, so trigger words. And boy, they go on a rampage when you do that trigger word. When you say, and I be catching, I be like watching. I said, boy, don't say this, don't say this. And I'll slip up and hit them with one of them trigger words, and it's on. Man, they got to tell you, they got to, man, talk about what they're going to do and how they going to do it. And, you know, it's that energy. And because they're not bad people, because I don't really truly hang out with, I would consider bad people, especially evil people. But I noticed they have other people around them that are sick and dying, and are draining them of energy. Hence, I'll be careful with the name, because I'm not going to tell the name of the less fortunate. But I had a so-called friend back in the day. He was a part of my first wedding, first marriage, first wedding. And I remember my cousin, God rest his soul, Big Lee. Literally, Big Lee said, man, this dude does not have a soul. This dude's soulless. And I was like, what does he mean? And he told me, he says, man, as soon as you get away from him, man, get away from this dude. And I was like, but this is your friend. I mean, you're my cousin. I'm like friends with him because of you. And then my cousin slowly pulled away from both of us at that point. Got married. That was a whole different story. But now I'm with the so-called friend that doesn't have a soul. And then over the years, I started to see this dude didn't want to work. He was always leeching, always wanted to do drugs, always wanted to drink alcohol, always wanted to, smoke dope and drink alcohol and play video games. I was like, damn, this dude will never work. How does he make any money? And he was even my roommate for one time. Man, didn't pay nothing. Like, hey, man, I'm just struggling. It's like, yeah, because you're not working. Like, where you think you're going to get money from? Money's just going to crawl up to you and say, take me, please. That'd be awesome. But ain't how it works here. So I devised a plan to get away from him. And I did. I got away from him for a while out of that situation. And then it's interesting because I moved to Atlanta, Georgia with him and his sister. If y'all watching, you know who you are at this point. You know who I'm talking about. And went into a situation, but I had a mindset. I had a mindset. And I told my dad, I said, if I have to be homeless, I will never move back to the M-Town. We're not going to say where the M-Town is. People who know. I said, I'm not going to move back there. I said, I'm going to do whatever it takes to stay in the ATL. And I remember I had a job, a temporary job, making temporary money. And I was like hustling, coming in. This dude didn't want to work. They won't give him. All he had to do was provide a Social Security number. But, you know, later on, I learned that he had a warrant on him. He had, police warrants on him. He didn't want to work. And I remember this grown man telling me, because the apartment that we were in that his sister had got, they were doing a scam to get the apartment. Get first 2 months free, pay down, and never pay rent. And they were about to evict, and I knew it was coming. I said, man, I saw the notice on the door when they went back home. I saw the notice, and I said, that's my time. And they were talking about moving way up north of Atlanta. And I was like, no. I had already got a job where I was going, and I said, this is my moment. I got that first check. I had already found the apartment. I took it, put a down payment on it, and I never talked to them people again in my life. I actually saw a sister on a Greyhound bus one time going back and forth to our hometown to Atlanta, and short conversation, got the hell on. I never talked to him again. My brother's like, why don't you call him, man? You know, man, he's been going through it. He feels like he's had heart issues and he's sick, and man, his young brother died and all this crazy stuff happening around. I said, that's the reason why. Big Lee said that dude didn't have a soul. He drains people, sucks them dry. Why you still talking to him? Why you still dealing with him? I was like, no, man. I'm grateful for my life. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the lessons I learned. I show gratitude always. Gratitude. Being thankful. Smiling. Being happy. We all go through stuff. Man, my body is my body. I got to deal with what I deal with. But listen, people. No. Get away from energy vampires. Stop letting people suck you dry. And show gratitude and appreciation to the right people in the world. And keep it moving. I wish you peace, health, and wealth, and gratitude always. And remember, keep it smiling.